So today we're going to talk about the 8th step, which is persistence. Persistence is a firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. The first step of persistence is who's actually done all the exercises that we've done and up to this point. Who's written out their goals, who's had the affirmations, who's done everything that we've talked about. If you haven't done that, then you don't want it bad enough. Then again, you're just saying that you want this thing and you don't really want it. If you really want it, your first test of persistence is that you've actually done all the stuff that we've talked about. If you're not willing to do those things right now, you're not going to persist when things get hard. And so you need, again, persistence. Persistence is going to help you push past the hard things. So lack of persistence is a major cause of failure. In the book, he said that one of the major causes for failure was persistence. You only fail if you quit. So along the way to success, I'm going to see a bunch of corpses of people who quit, people who didn't make it. I'm going to push past. Where do winners live? Where losers quit. So again, I'm not a failure unless I decide to quit. Failure could be stepping stones that are going to help me move towards my goal, but I only fail when I actually decide to quit. Instead of persisting, I decide to quit. So lack of persistence is a weakness common to the majority of men. Most people, they see the new shiny object, they see the new get-rich-quick scheme, and they decide to leave and go after that one thing. They never persist and push through and do the thing that they've said that they wanted to do and continue to make that path work. They're always looking for the quick fix, the get-rich-quick scheme, the thing that's going to make me rich right now, and so they continuously jump from idea to idea to idea, never persisting and following through. So lack of persistence is a weakness common to the majority of men. It's because people are looking for what in their lives? They're instant gratification instead of delayed gratification. They want it right now. We're used to watching movies and then in that movie, people becoming successful in the span of an hour and a half to 2 hours. And so we think, and we've been trained to believe that success happens quickly. Success just happens right away, but that's not the way that the world works. Whatever you want, it's going to take a long time. Right now, we're caught up in the microwave society. There's people that'll put 30 seconds on their food and then they'll be sitting there waiting like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We're used to getting everything so quickly. That is not the way that the world works. Whatever you're going after, it's going to take time and you have to persist over a long period of time. A weak desire brings weak effort. So if you don't, again, if you really don't want the things that you're saying that you want to, you're lying to yourself. And when things get hard, you're going to quit because you don't really want that thing. And it could be that you don't really want that thing because you don't believe that you can have it. You haven't continuously visualized that idea and then started to see that idea happen in your mind. And so it's not a real deep down burning desire for you. It's just a want. And so it can't be a want, it has to be a burning desire, something that we really want, so that when the things are getting hard, when things are getting tough, we're going to be like, oh, hell no, I really want this thing. I'm going to push past all the hard stuff that's going on. You are invested into this. That's why people give up so easy. They haven't put in the real time and the commitment necessary. They haven't put in the investment necessary. And so because they haven't given their all and thrown their all into something, when things get hard, it's easy for them to be like, cool, it's whatever, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go do something else. So are you putting in the work that you need so that you can get invested into this? So that way, if you do end up quitting, you're like, damn, I've put in so much into this. I've worked so hard at this. I can't quit. I can't give up because I've given so much. The reason why people quit is because they don't invest into anything and it's easy for them to give up. So persistence is also understanding the yin and yang of life, the complementary yet opposing forces that are both interconnected and interdependent, that together create all aspects of life. Life is going to be hard. You can't have the good without the bad. Your life will have challenges. It will have uphill battles. That is a part of life. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard. So life is going to challenge you constantly. People associate good times with the end of bad times. People think that, oh, okay, cool, things are going good now. That means that I'm no longer going to have to deal with bad stuff. And so we underestimate how normal it is for things to fail or go wrong. So we overreact when they do. We think everything's going well. We're like, oh, hell yeah, that's it. My life's going to be uphill. Everything's going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be good. Then boom, we get hit by life because that's what happens. Life is going to challenge you. Life is going to be hard. And then when that happens, we overreact, we freak out, and we're like, oh my God, why me? Oh, woe is me. And instead of clenching our teeth and moving forward, we drop our jaw and we're shocked. You have to understand that you are going to have a hard time. Life is going to be hard for you. You're going to go through different emotions, different challenges. That is a growing process of life. You can't have the good in your life without the bad. If you didn't have anything bad in your life, you wouldn't understand what good is. What do I mean by that? Perspective, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, when you're down, but when you're up, you know what it's like to be down, so it feels better.
Okay, exactly. If I didn't feel bad at any point in my life, if I didn't feel any type of like pain or struggle or anything like that, I would never be able to know what good is because I have nothing to compare it to. So in order to feel good about things in life, I have to have the bad because I need to have that comparison. I have to know what the good is in order to know, or I need to know what the bad is in order to know what the good feels like. But it's understanding that life is going to be hard. No matter what it is that you're going after, you're going to struggle. This is going to be a challenge. It is what it is, yeah. There is no such thing as the perfect easy path. Life is going to be hard. It is going to be extremely difficult. Choose your hard. What do you mean by that? That's a good one.
Both. So there's like pretty much two hards. It's either hard of like regret, you pain, you don't do anything, you're just contemplating on like, yeah, I could have done that. That hurts more than actually going through the process and getting slapped around, kicked around. You know, life just spits at you, but at the end of the day, that hard is what really gives you that feeling of like, I know what hard is and I know what beautiful is.
For sure. You got something on it?
There's two pains you must go through in life, and you just choose the pain. It's either the pain of regret or the pain of discipline.
There you go. And so if I'm telling myself like, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to make this goal happen. I'm going to achieve this thing. I'm going to go to that goal and it's going to be freaking hard. It's going to be painful. It's going to struggle. It's going to be difficult. And so I have to choose, okay, like I'm going to do this hard no matter what happens. I'm going to go through this hard stuff so that I can get the result that I want. But if I don't go after those things, if I don't try and create the life that I want for myself, then I'm going to do what everyone else is doing, just go get a job and my life will be hard. So you choose your hard. You choose going through the hard stuff to make your dreams happen, or you choose going through all the easy stuff and then making your life hard in the end. You choose the hard that you want in your life. You got something?
Yeah, kind of. So, like you were saying, you can't have the good without the bad. If everything, and we can't understand what good is without the bad. If everything was all, sunshine and rainbows, everything was great, we would start screwing things up just to have just to have some excitement in our lives. We would just start fucking shit up.
We'd be bored. Yeah, we'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think it's because we don't understand the value without something bad. Like, I think
that's when you learn to appreciate stuff.
Yeah.
I was about to say gratitude and appreciation. You appreciate the good more when you have the bad. It's a comparison contrast, so like I kind of know what a good marriage is like because I've been through
A bad one, yeah.
So then when I get remarried, then it's like I have something to compare to. I know what not to do now. I know what things to do. I know what things to avoid in order to. I mean, it's a different person, but you know what I mean. Like
for sure.
For the most part, the foundational stuff is what you can do differently.
For sure. What I can do differently. How can I be different? So 100%. And so, yeah, I mean, again, it's about understanding that life will be difficult for you. No matter what it is that you're going after, no matter what it is that you're trying to do, life is going to be hard. It's going to challenge you. It's going to be a struggle. And you just have to know going into it that that's going to be a difficult thing. And so when that does happen to you, you're not just shocked and it just crumbles you. You're like, okay, cool. It's just another part of life. I'm just going to keep moving forward. And so just understanding there is the yin and yang of life. Nothing lasts forever. You're either in a storm, headed to a storm, or coming out of a storm. E.T. has that saying, you're either in a storm, I'm either going through the crap right now, I'm either headed to go through all the crap right now, or I'm coming out of it. And so again, you're going to have it in your life. Nothing is going to last forever. It's going to be good for a little bit. It's going to be bad for a little bit. So that's part of it. Okay, it's about having sensible optimism, knowing that things will be hard, knowing that sometimes it seems like everything is against you, knowing along the road there will be plenty of misery. Sensible optimism is a belief that the odds are in your favor and that over time things will balance out to a good outcome. I kind of relate this to like stocks, right? So the stocks, we've had like these super like bad depressions, all these things that have happened. And so the stocks though, even though we've gone through these bad dips, what happens with the stock market?
It's always gonna go up.
Even though if I have these really bad dips when things get really terrible and I have the Great Depression, right, it's still constantly always climbing. And so that's how I view sensible optimism, is like my life is like a stock. I'm going to have these really bad depressions. Things are going to look horrible. It's going to look ugly, but I'm always making my way up. And so some sensible optimism doesn't mean that you're always happy. It means that even on the hard days, you know there are better days to come. Again, nothing lasts forever. There's a rainbow, or what do they say? There's a rainbow at the end of every storm. And so just understanding that you're getting through it. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to keep moving forward. Going through the hard stuff is a normal part of life. And then this is going to what Takina was talking about. Failure is the path of success. No matter what I do when I'm going out there and I say I'm going to go and trying to achieve this thing, I'm going to run into some failure. Failures are the stepping stones to success. They're not the stumbling blocks. The person who is failing is at least trying. They're putting themselves out there and they're trying. If you're not trying, or if you're not failing, you're not trying. You're sitting on the couch not doing anything at all. If you're not failing, you're not doing anything to try and progress and move your life forward. You are going to run into some failures. Failures are the stepping stones that are going to lead you to where you want to go. Success is going from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm, understanding that this is getting me to the end result that I want. And so there's this one book, it's called Go for No, and he talks about the success formula. So what happens is that people see failure and then they start going after the thing that they want. They run into failure and they're like, oh shoot, this is the wrong thing, it's hard, it's challenging, I'm failing, then maybe I should go and do something else. And so they try something else, but they're not understanding that if you continue to push past and you move through failure, that's what's going to lead to success in your life. So keep pushing forward. Understand again that I know things are going to be hard, I know that I'm going to fail, I know that it's going to suck, but I have to keep pushing forward and I'll get to my end result. That's part of it. The habit of persistence. The persistence is a habit that is built by continuously going towards the hard things. So this is what we talked about, thinking to grow rich. I need to continuously train my mind to start thinking and telling myself, do the hard things in my life. Whenever something feels like a challenge, whenever something feels hard, whenever I have that little voice that's going on in my head, like I'm scared, I'm fearful, or I can't do the things that I want to do, then I have to be like, okay, that's when I need to get out there and I need to do action. When I don't feel like doing those things, I get up, I make myself go do what I need to go do, and then I create the habit of persistence in my life. When I don't feel like moving forward, I force myself to move forward. Your excuses will never stop if you don't make them stop. My excuses are always, the excuses sound best to the one that's making them. And so if I continue to allow myself and continue to have these excuses that are going on in my life, if I don't consciously stop those and stop that thinking, then they're never going to stop. I have to make those things stop in my life. I have to draw the line and be like, that's it. There's no more of this nonsense. I'm going to do the things that I said I'm going to do. Recognize that your excuses are lies. They're limited ideas that you've entertained, and the truth will set you free. By doing the hard things in life, that's what's going to get you what you want. And so it's understanding that, again, I'm not the lies that I've told myself. The truth is that if I go out there and I do what's hard and do the things that I don't feel like doing, I will get the result that I'm looking for. Cool? So the habit of persistence, it's built by continuously doing the hard things in my life. And I think that's it for that one. That's all I got for today. Yo, so do the hard things in life. Yeah, he was the first one to like my post.
Oh, shit. I thought you said Zach. You said Zay.
Okay. Life's going to suck sometimes. Life's going to be hard. Life is going to challenge you. It's going to suck. But the winners in life, where do they live?
Where losers quit.
Where losers quit. Don't quit on yourself. Make sure that you do what you need to do, and then you'll get the thing that you want to have in life. Let's have a great day. Zach, break us off. I'm relentless. I will win. Sales are easy. Sales are easy.
Money on me, money on three. 1, 2, 3.
Money.
Let me get a 2. Clap.
Woo!